I need to look at the changed files. We've made some changes here. I don't think we need that anymore. Right, so we want to look at seasonal. Nice sort of catch-all tool. Alright, welcome to the code hangout number 149. We're gonna look at ads on SudokuPad, but first, actually, it kind of falls in the same category, right? We're gonna put a little ad up there. It's not really an ad because of the paid, it's just a little internal support. I'm gonna put up a little reminder to fill out the SudokuCon 2024 survey. We're gonna remove this thing up here, so let's just remind ourselves. And I got most of this done, and then I got really unwell yesterday, and then it all kind of fell through the cracks. I think we just kind of removed this as well. These changes I think we're not going to use, and we're just going to be here, and then it'll be here, and it'll also be here. I wonder, we probably don't even need this one, do we? Probably this one is enough. So let's see if we can easily limit to one of these. So this one hits every time a dialogue shows. And I don't know if we can distinguish the dialogues at the moment. I think if we get rid of this part. What if we do this? We'll do a return in here. Then we can move this down to here. We'll do a return there. And then we'll just cancel this whole thing out. Now it should show on the end of puzzle dialogue, but not on the rules dialogue. Yes. And I think this is simple enough. It's not like overwhelming or anything. We might want to get rid of some of that excessive spacing above. There's spacing around the link. Maybe we can get rid of that. So we took a survey. I think we have padding there. So we have the padding. 0.52 rem. So we could make it. We could do it like we have left and right, top and bottom, and then the top. I think it should be 0. Yeah, there's still so much spacing anyways. What? This. Oh. This is too much spacing. We gotta remove some of that spacing. What the hell? There's like a double thing. Where does this come from? All this spacing. All this spacing. Where do these come from? Is this a separate thing? I don't think this is a separate feature. I should have implemented it as a separate feature. Maybe it is a separate feature. Where's that style for that support link coming from? It's not coming from the style sheet, which is not great. Class support link. Here we go. So that's the 2 RAM. Let's make this smaller at 1.5. First of all. And then the paragraph inside of it has its own spacing. Maybe that just shouldn't be a paragraph. Maybe that could just be a div, so it doesn't add. Doesn't add additional spacing that we then have to handle, you know. Of course, if I anywhere else look for this as a paragraph tag, then I'll be in trouble. But I shouldn't be doing that. I should always be referring to things by IDs and classes. So now, that doesn't have any extra spacing. Still feels too much. I changed to 1.5, didn't it? Didn't I? Could it be that it's just for mobile? If I change it to 1 point, just slightly more than 1, 1 might be too low. And then this, is that... I put padding in there. I don't think it makes sense. I don't actually need padding here, right? I can just... Let's not complicate things. So... No. No. Wait, what? Now I can't select the thing anymore? We have this. Wait a second. I think... yeah, we don't want to do a margin here. We want to do this through padding because you can't click on a margin, right? Oh, I see. So what we do want to do then is we want to do margin for left and right. I mean, this is awkward. I'm pretty sure I can position the background images inset in some way. So if I say to rem, for example, instead of right. Right. If I say 1 rem. CSS background position from right. I don't know if I can do calc right minus 2 rem or something, you know. Left, right. X and Y. Seems those only give fixed pixel adjustments on the left and top specifically. But by position, absolute distance starting from right. Yeah. Right. Normal browsers. You can use a 4-value syntax. Okay. So we can do we could do this and then instead of so we could do a left, right, and the 0.5 rem is actually already that, so we can make this 2.5 rem. Nope. Yes. Like that. Now what I don't know is if Now I'm wondering if this width is some sort of max width, max height type situation. Margin left. One. I don't know why this margin is offset in this weird way. Min width 24 rem. So what if we say something like max width 10 rem? Just a small value just to test it. Okay, if we max it with 20 rem. Aha. And then if we'll do margin 0 auto, that should center it horizontally, right? Okay. And this rem size should roughly correspond to text sizes, right? So if I make this well aligned with the text, and then if I change the size, that should always work. So then we should be able to just position these at 0, 0, like that. And then make this, I don't know, 16 RAM. Maybe 18. And then maybe line 2 will make it a little smaller. Line 2. But line 2. Font size. Smaller. Is that reasonable? Text decoration none. Why would that not work? Text decoration none. Decoration. This music makes me think it's like some sort of Final Fantasy theme music, but that's probably the idea. I mean, it is an RPG, Heartbound. Text decoration style. Text decoration. Is it? So I'm pretty sure this is underlined. Text decoration line. Text decoration line none. Is this maybe just getting overridden? 1 pixel underline solid. That's weird. Text decoration. Can I not adjust text decoration like that? So if I say text decoration none here, that works. And then if I go to the span, this shouldn't matter anymore. If I change this to underline, that's not underlined. Now if I go back here and I just remove text decoration, and then say none. If I say none important, CSS remove underline for span inside A. Display inline block. Why would the anchor still have an underline? I should get all the text online except the span. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I want. So text duration ULLI ULLI. Text duration A hover underline. Text duration A span non-display inline block. Can you please tell what it was previously? Because you have edited as per my remembrance. Only you can click the edited 3 hours link to see the previous edits. Apply to AI type by default. Browser style sheet. So if you want to override it, if you want that none of the A tags on your website should have us underline and simply use. But that's not what I want. Underline. None. So is it because it's inline? If I do this, I'm guessing that's supposed to work. Let's try that. Okay. And I'd like to make it black like the support if they'll support this app. But of course, I wouldn't want it to be just black. I want it to be default. Here I inverted it, so the whole thing isn't a link. I see, I see. Text color initial, maybe? Or just color. Wish they had text color, actually. Maybe it should be... Maybe it should still be colored like a link, huh? And maybe it should still be underlined. Interesting that by making display inline block, it suddenly doesn't have underline anymore. Kind of curious. I'm still curious also about that other underline style. This one. Was that something I had originally to try to make it thinner? What if I make it 0.5? Pixel underline solid. That looks really odd. It says same underline thickness for different sized text. Oops. Oops, sorry about that. Sounded loud. Thickness. Text decoration thickness. From font coefficient. Yeah, so text decoration thickness, that's the stroke thickness of the decoration line that is used to text in a line through underline or line. Auto. The browser chooses an appropriate width for text decoration line. If the font file includes information about preferred thickness, specify the thickness of text decoration, such as the length overriding the font. Percentage thickness of text decoration as a percentage. 1 em in the current font. Percentage inherits relative balances, therefore scales changed in the font. The browser must use a minimum of 1 device pixel. So half a pixel doesn't make sense. So one pixel underline makes sense. And then it opens the survey. All right, I think I'm happy with this. And I hope this will look decently on different scales and on mobile and like that. And these icons aren't gonna pop out too far on either side. I have a weird thing going on with this spacing now, though. Because of how the how it kind of works out with the icons. So maybe maybe we want to keep the padding top bottom after all. I mean, we changed the spacing on the other one kind of radically, so it shouldn't have that much empty space now. We'll do this. And we don't... yeah, no, we do want the margins, right? Because it helps us with that case. Now, we have the auto margins. This thing is kind of like that. Got 2 rem padding on either side. So the other option we have, instead of doing the top-bottom padding, is to just... because the 2 rem doesn't make sense anymore either. It's not doing anything, right? The top-bottom padding... I'm just thinking, because the other thing we could do is we could just give it a fixed size relative to the icons, and then just tell it to center the text within that. So the icons are... How big are they? Background size, 2.5 rem, right? So if we say... instead of doing this, we'll say height 2.5 rem or 3 rem, because, you know, half a rem spacing around the icons makes sense, right? So now the icons are 2.5. The whole shebang, which I can't select anymore now, is like that. So CSS center text inside element. Center multi-line text inside element vertically. So is it just vertical center? Vertical align middle. So if I do vertical align middle, let's make this a little bigger just for testing. This 3 was actually a bit tight. And then we end up with that. And text does not align in the middle. And it could be because they're spans. And the spans are display block. Center multi... Oh, there's a small center multiple diffs vertically. Vertical and multi diffs in its parent diff, yeah. Display table saw. We'll bring your child's diff top diff from the cane, just adding margin top X. No. No. What we want. I mean, the other option is to literally put a line break in between them. Yeah, no, we don't want to calculate height. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we don't want to vertically align them individually. And before height 100% vertical line middle margin. Create a wrapper for the elements you wish to center inside a container that gets centered like though. Excuse me. Center me. Dot block. That doesn't make any sense either. There's no dot block in his code. Yeah. Screw that noise. We're not going to do that. We're just going to give it padding. Let it be whatever height it's going to be. Because I was worried, like, if we're scale in a crazy way, that the icon would be not the right size relative to the text. But the icon scales with the text. And it doesn't really matter if it's like... I feel like the icons aren't perfectly centered. But... it's close enough. Perfect is the enemy of good enough. Of released. Of done. Alright, so where are we at with this? So we're adding the icon. We already had an icon in there, but I think this is better. This should have a transparent background, so we should probably test it with dark mode. Otherwise, you know, pan my face and all that. And okay, that works. I don't know if I should leave the color. If I click this, right, will it mark as visited? Yeah. Kind of hard to see on dark mode. But to be honest, if it's already been visited, you know. Okay, speaking of already visited, originally I was going to say, hey, don't show it to somebody, but it's A, it's not that offensive, and B, people who have already filled it out, they're not going to be pissed that they're seeing it again, right? And it's only for a few days. But what I do want to do is I want to send events to plausible, right? So plausible, we want to set up additional events. And is it goals? At goal, custom event, error, custom event. So we have the add custom event. Where am I sending that? So we have add and message. So we could do this when we show. Except, do I want to interfere with my add system? I'm pretty sure I do not. And I'm right now, I'm not sure how that would mess. We have an add goal, right? And right now the add goal fires when I'm saying we're going to show the add. And then the message is where the add gets shown. Yeah, so we don't want to necessarily do that. Even though this falls under add, I don't want to mess with my add future plans, right? So I think we're just going to create a goal. Custom event. Sucon. Custom events are not tracked by default. You have to configure them on your side to send to plausible. The thing is, I have a limit on how many events, and I don't know if I can just remove them. Custom event goals. Custom events. Custom event goals. If you use custom events feature, these are count towards your billable monthly page views. As a step you need to take to custom events such as purchase, sign up, buttons, click here. What is the limit? Fine, limit. Do I have a limit how many of these I can have? Show goals in the dashboard. I can remove them, so that's a... I need to talk to them about that to make sure... plausible custom event limits. So, basically, I want to ask them if I can create custom events for like something like this and then remove them later and not have a problem. But I haven't hit the limit yet, so for now, I'm probably going to be okay. So, what are we going to send as our thing here? So, we'll do a framework track, run survey, and we'll just say message, go. Because the thing is, we kind of want a funnel, right? And the funnels only work on sequences of events. If I say add funnel, so we'd have to make individual ads. So and I'm trying to think, what extra properties would I want to show here? None really, right? And then I would say plausible track click internal link click tracking. Can I your grounds custom events now make it easy to track internal link clicks using CSS class names? How you can set it up? Snippet on your site. I don't really want to do it automatically. I'm more curious what they specifically do. Name button plus click. So they are using script tagged events.js. If I go here, right? I just want to see what they do. And I'll take that and I'll do this. Turn that to JavaScript. And then Sublime Prettify.js. There is a freaking thing. Tools. Prettify code. Boom. There we go. Tab size 2. Convert tabs. This is not very pretty for a prettifier, I'll be honest. Also, I think we're gonna go back to spaces. We're gonna make width 4, and then we'll go convert back to tabs, and then we'll go back to width 2. I think all of those were doubled up. All right, so I'm gonna just quickly manually clean up this formatting because the prettifier did not do a good job of this. Where's this one closing? Here. Where's this one closing? Here. That's a short function. All right. So a.name prevent default e props callback r e equals plausible I event listener click h add event listener I dot add event listener. Okay, this is just minified code. Can we do a JavaScript unminifier that does more than just variable cleanup? I put that in here, unminify that, tab size to 2. Is that better? Is that a better start? I think it's still getting the tab sizes wrong, right? That's maybe not, maybe not. So for example, we have a function h somewhere here, right? And we can change that to handler. Then wherever we are using H, yeah, okay. So we're looking for, so he's basically looking for clicks. Aux click. What the hell is aux click? MDN aux click. That's a weird event that I've never heard of before, and it's a thing apparently. When a non-primary pointing device, any mouse button other than the primary user's left mouse button, can press and release both within the same element. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't think we need to go that fine-grained. We probably just want to say, hey, on click, boom, do the thing. And I think that's it. Let's see what the handler does. Aux click, yada yada, form, lowercase. So this cares about forms and buttons, and we don't care about any of that. And then in the end, it'll just do the thing. So probably we can get away without any of these things. So we'll just want to look at somebody actually clicking that link. So, okay. We'll just have a quick look here. What? Query selector all H. So I just want to see, is there just one link? There should be one link. No, there's two. Because we are inside SudokuCon survey. Okay. So we really want to do this. That should just get us one. No, that doesn't get us any. That gets us that, because that is the link. Okay. That should be fine. Apparently not. That doesn't get us SudokuCon survey. Port element. Links. Oh, because that's outside. Okay, so first of all, we want to output that. See if that returns, but I don't think it will. And then here we'll just do document. Query selector all. Like that. Okay, so that'll get us one. Now if we close it and open, it should still just be the one. Okay. So, here we should be able to do this. Query selector. Let EL equals. And maybe we'll do a separate function. Attach on SudokuCon survey. Let's write it out, because in the future when I search for this, I might be angry with myself if I don't write it out. Right. So, we'll probably move all of this into here. Right. And I think we'll probably want to move attach SudokuCon info here. And that's just this and that. And we'll probably just move all of that in there too. Right? And we'll just do what we had earlier. That. Because the code that was there before. If rules element. All right. Could also do this instead of the return there. All right. That's the one. Nope. SudokuCon info. Right, and that one we're not doing. And now, instead of all of this, we'll just do this. So we'll do this dot boom. Right. And now, if turn. Okay, don't need that anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's the sound of a plane. Hey, maybe Maverick came in for a visit. Okay, SudokuCon survey HTML, SudokuCon, yada yada yada. Element is here. Also want to output EL here. We get 2 ELs. Let's see if I've broken it all by now. So this does return insert adjacent element. MDN does have a return value, which I did not expect. Or I thought, no, doesn't have a return value. Wait a second, what? Insert adjacent. So EL, oh no, okay. What is it? We select all. Okay. I've got the information here. All right, so that doesn't have a return value as expected, which is a pity. But this does. And then we can do EL dot on click dot add event list click attach survey handle on survey click. Survey click. So this should do the trick, right? So if we do this, we'll get attach, we get the L, and if I click on it, we'll get a conserve click. Now, I think I'm not gonna go crazy worrying about if... Hey Mark, how are you doing? I'm not gonna go crazy about making sure it doesn't change before the thing gets sent. I'm just gonna try to send it. You know, I'm not gonna cancel the event, send the trigger, and then so the event might not get sent. Let's have a quick look. So what's the best way? JavaScript send event on link click. Like, how do I make sure it gives it some chance of going through? Send analytics event on link click. Click. Is that enough? All right, so maybe it'll be enough. We'll try it out and then we'll see. Okay, so basically we want to do track on survey click. And here we'll do on survey go. Right, and then we need to, I think we need to add both of these here. So we'll do add goal, on survey show, add goal. And then we'll do add another goal, on survey click, add goal. And then we'll do some funnels. We'll do add funnel. We'll go on survey, Sudoku on survey. We'll go from go to click. All right. And I think that's it. And I don't think we need to do any checks that nothing gets double triggered or whatever, because people see it more than once. That's fine. Invitation should probably have a very slight background color, light pink, to make it clear something extra. I don't know. I removed the outline that was there for the Sudoku info panel. I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all. I mean, you know, support this app is extra from what? You know what I mean? Like, what could people possibly confuse it with? Like, I don't... Are people that stupid? Like, SudokuCon survey, please fill if interested. Spacing above and below. I don't know. We had this as outline before. So what you're saying is, if we'll do... we'll do a background color like this. Ugh. Something like that. I don't know. Now I have to worry about the adding and the spacing and all that stuff after all. Because I was avoiding before. If I say left 1 rem, right 1 rem, and then I'll do... No, wait. The other bit. If I do left 1 rem, right 1 rem, and then I'll want to make this wider by 2 rem. So this would have to be 20 now. Just so we have... that's big now. Hate you, Mark. I hate you. You're making me do more work. I was okay with it before. This is like for 2-3 days. I'm spending like an hour or 2 doing this. I already spent so much time. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All right, we can make it maybe a bit more compact. All right, it stands out. It looks a bit goofy. I'm not sure I like it, but here we are. And we'll probably... Now we need a margin because now these things abut at each other, you know. That's fine. All right. That's it. That's it. If it's better now, I'll blame you. Okay, let's review. Make sure I don't have any weird code changes. Do I need to change this? I changed the paragraph to div. I'm gonna make that a separate commit. I'm just gonna change P to div. It doesn't even get a release or anything. Port links change. Port links change P to div. Boom. Simple. All right, and that actually gets a little release. Yay. And then we'll probably hot patch this into production. Otherwise, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. It doesn't not make any sense. Show dialogue, handle show. Okay, because that was commented out before. Attach. Yeah, we made that change just now. Little dialogue show. Handle dialogue show is what? Why does it think it's removed here and then got added here? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I almost don't want this external to this. I'm tempted to just move this in here. Like, can we just have this in here? Like that. It doesn't need to be any async or anything. Like, it's literally this one statement. Just give it a name. We don't even remove the handler because this object just gets removed from the page anyway, so shouldn't ever have the problem of getting multiple of these handlers attached. I mean, we could remove the handler. Not that we're naming it, we could actually remove it. Especially if I do this. I mean, it's so unnecessary, but... I just want to suddenly cause errors or something unnecessarily. I don't know why I'm refreshing this page. Yeah. Okay. Let's push this. Oh, version 0501.0. Holy moly. Edit Sudoku Consurvey add. Alright. Let's give this some respect. We got a logo. We got version update. We got seasonal. Okay. Let us deploy this. I haven't done a update in a while either. A API update. So I'm gonna do that. Oh geez. cd SudokuPad.app. Run deploy beta. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna deploy the beta. We do a quick test on beta, and maybe the gas team is gonna oblige us. Yes, I hope so. And then I'm gonna do an update of the API, and then I'm gonna hot patch it to production. All right, so are we on 051? 501? No. Are we on 0501 now? No. Did I not just deploy it? I'm a little concerned because I had an issue with that the other day as well. We're in staging, right? Like, we've deployed it, we've cleared the cache, supposedly, and it's not giving us the latest version. And in fact, last time I even... No, you see, these were updated, but now they're not. I don't know what's going on here. I go hard reload. And I got to the point where these were updating, but it wasn't loading the latest files. What's going on? That's concerning, because I'm kind of relying on these scripts to just work. And besides that, I put a lot of effort into making them work, so... PM2 logs list logs 6. I'm guessing the server didn't get its cache refreshed. Does this not work anymore? I'm not seeing anything here indicating that it's actually doing anything. That is mildly concerning. Wait a second, what's going on here? So this should clear the cache. Opening that here with the network tab open, ideally, without bullshit getting spammed everywhere. Pending. Okay, this works. Why did the curl not work? And now I'm guessing this works. Yes. What the heck? What part of this didn't work before? So if I run curl from here, without redirecting it to dev null and all that stuff, do I get a second one of these? 10 seconds isn't too bad for 90,000 things. Could not resolve host beta.sudokupad.app. What? The hell? Bash WSL could not resolve. That should definitely be working. Temporary failure in name resolution. Temporary failure in name resolution. I know to fix... I can restart my WSL to fix it, but I shouldn't have to. Why is my WSL so screwy lately? Create or append the file inside. Inside blah 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 cat / etc wsl.conf. What does that want us to put in here? Sudo t blah 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 network generate resolve conf equals. Put the following lines in order to ensure that your DNS changes do not get blown away. This will replace everything that Mike says. Can use editor here. Yeah, okay. Start WSL. Well. Ugh. Nope. Sudo. Okay. All line with search is optional. Search your base name server sudo rmf resolve.com. Run the following site. So, okay, all right. I vaguely remember doing this on the old computer, so I'm guessing I might have to do this again. All right. So, %k to continue. Enter to restart. Enter to restart. Enter to restart. Enter to restart. So now, search is optional. Your base.domain.local. Alright, so we want sudo cat etc resolve.conf. This was on rm-rf. To stop automatically of this file at the following entry to okay. So if we do sudo nano on this file, the search is optional. Okay, I do this. Save, exit. All right. Now if I do ping beta.sudokupad.app. I mean, the thing is now I'm expecting it to work because I've restarted WSL and I'm pretty sure that will sort it out. Test. All right. That should at least have us running on 501 now. That's not the right tab. Let's just play this gas puzzle, finish it off, and then we should be able to see. Let's clear all this. We should see the entries go through. This looks similar to something I've seen recently. Must some odd, even digits, gray lines must be odd, digits and gray square must be even. Okay. So that's a 1, 2, 4 with a 1 here. That's a 1, 2, 3 with a 2 here. That's got a 1 in here somewhere. That's a 7, 8, 9. I think the difference between this and the last one is the even odd stuff. 6, 8, 9. That's a 9 here. This has got a 9 in here somewhere, but not there. So this is like the mirror of this. Can't have a 1 here, so that's the 1. All right, so these can't be 7, 8, 9. So the largest these two can be is 5, 6, which makes it 11, which forces this to be a 9. And that's a 6, and that's a 4. I'm guessing the equivalent is here. 1, 2, 3, so that's 4, 5. That makes it a 9, which puts this, forces this to become a 1, and resolves these. All right. And then we'll probably have similar stuff going on with these guys, right? So we don't have a 6. This is a 5, 8, 9 with the 8 in the middle. This can't be the 5. And then we'll probably have the same thing on this one. No, this one. So we kind of have a 4 in this one. So it's a 1, 2, 5 with a 2 here. And a 1, 5 here. And this can't be a 5 because of these guys down here. All right, so that's a 1. So that's... So it can't be a 3, 5. So this is a 2, 6, with this being the 6 and that's being the 2. And then I'm guessing we'll have the same inverted problem here. 8, 6. So this cannot be a 9 or an 8 or a 6. And it can't be a 5. So it can only be a 4 or 7. This can't be a 6, so it can only be a 4 or an 8. And I don't know if we can... This is a 7 and an 8, and this would be a 6. It doesn't have a 4, but it can't be a 6. Ah, wait, so we can't have a 6 here. Which means we have a 9, and the 9s can't be here, so that is the 9. And then it's either a 5-7, which we can't have, or a 4-8. So it's a 4-8. And they go like this. Alright, so that's the mirror image of that. And now we can just say this doesn't have an 8 in it, and doesn't have a 1 in it, and that probably limits it to having a 2 in it, which goes here. And we'll probably have a similar thing here. So this can't have a 9 in it. It's gonna have an 8 in it, which goes here, which can't go there. So then the odds are 5, 7, and the evens are 4, 6. And it can't be a 5 here. So that's a 7, 4, and then probably the same thing here, right? So 3, 5. That's a 3, and that's a 6. And that's all the cages done. And now we'll just fill in the digits. Let's try to do them without pencil marks if we can. So we got a 9 here. With 1s, we get a 1 here. 8s, we get an 8 here, here. We get an 8 here, here, here. So that's another 8. I'm guessing 2s on the other side, right? 2, 2, here, here. Can't have a 2 here. 2 goes there. 2 goes there. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 here, 6 here. 1, 2, so 3 and 4. 3s go here, here. 4s go here. Oh, here. So the inverse equivalent of 4s are 6s. 6s go here. Right. 6, 6, 6 goes here. 6. So 4 here. 4 goes here. So that's a 4. Right. 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Can't be an 8, 7, or 9. So that's got to be the 8. Same with the 2 on this side. So that's 1 and 3. Okay. I think we can just do this now, yeah. 1, 9, 2, 8. It just fills it in, right? 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 6, and 5. Boom. Okay, so let's check if we got the event sent. Okay, and now if I send this, because we're going into a new tab, we should be also able to get that. And now if we look at them here, we should even be able to look at the funnels, right? Because we added it already. Funnels. Survey. While the dashboard is filtered by goals. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, look at that. 100% funnel click-throughs. We should be able to also say survey show. And that should even show up on real time somewhere. Doesn't show in real time? Yeah, there it is. Sweet. Okay. I don't know if they don't have any events to send from there. Okay, so now let's bring this into production. But first, let's update the scripts. Let's make sure everything here is clean for a sec. Oops. I'm clicking too often. This is for later. Okay, so since I've been messing around trying to get all the scripts organized, I gotta still be a little delicate because I don't recall exactly what I've changed and how much of it is working smoothly by now. So I'm still kind of doing it more or less manually step by step, right? So CDC app scripts, are these the ones? Or are they inside SudokuPad.app? Sync production API, sync API, fetch API all. So this does 3 API fetches. But I think I've optimized them now. So it should first fetch API all. So that should run fetch API alpha. So it first should pull alpha into staging, then beta into staging, and then production to staging. So, okay, they should always supersede each other, hopefully. Problem is, I don't know if these arguments are correct. Let us have a, wait, let me get rid of that. There's something here we need, nope. So let me look if I have a more advanced version here. Sync API beta. Is that... Wait, what? Beta to staging. API staging. So this uploads first and downloads first. Okay, that's definitely not what we want. Oh man, I have to clean these up. Such a mess. But then once I have the database, I don't need any of this stuff. So I think we're just gonna do this for now. We'll do this. Might take a couple of minutes. I don't remember how long it takes actually. I should have timed it. Do we want to mess around in the meantime? Probably not. Clean up these in the meantime. We can do a little bit of inspecting with this. Don't know if this is super relevant. Super spiky. I mean, this could literally just YouTube buffering the music. Why is my GPU busy? What? What's the GPU doing? 60% GPU utilization. I mean, I could say it's streaming, but that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Also, my CPU graph on here is... I don't know. It doesn't look right. Like, here it says 20%. Here it says 3%. They really disagree with each other. Strongly. Okay. I should have checked first how many we have. So let's just say, how many do we have in beta? We have 99,000 in beta. How many do we have on production online? We have currently, it'll take a second longer, 99,333, slightly less because there's some merging conflict. The thing is that I might be bringing in some bad ones that I don't want, but I don't care at the moment. And locally on production, we have 94,000. Okay, so now I should be able to do sync production 0. And that should now be running very fast because it's running on the Windows side of it instead. You know, it's using robocopy instead of rsync, which I'm starting with. Hey, Yua. Is it possible? Can you just write it in the chat? And then I'll see if I can reply to it. I can't really go rummaging around elsewhere while I'm trying to stream. So it's best to post your question right here. And I might be able to take a look at it. Although I'm trying to do a separate support stream on Monday. So Monday mornings I stream for user support questions and bug fixes and all this sort of thing. All right. No fails. Okay, so now let us count production again. And beta again. And production remote. So 99373. So now if I sync a deploy. Now deploy API deployment might be here after all. It's a bit annoying. Deploy-API production. Ah, no. Yeah. After syncing, we want to deploy. And we probably want to deploy API beta as well. Right, so, and let's check remote beta. We can check if it syncs properly. Remote beta is probably smaller. Yes, almost by 10K. So SudokuPad.app npm run deploy API beta. I'll take a look in a minute. I'll let me push this update to production first, so I don't get myself all scatterbrained and make mistakes. So we're deploying beta, and then we can count beta. So now beta should be 99,373 on the server. Come on, count it. Count those 5. All right. And now if we count production, let's see. All right, and now we want to deploy production. Let's check the count before, and I pressed X, which wasn't. All right, npm run count API production AWS, right? Oh, I love autocomplete for npm scripts. It's very nice. So this should now become 99,334. Why is it? Ah, no. Okay, so I was gonna say why is it less, but that was the remote one. So if I look at the local count, it should be more. Yeah. Now the remote one should become that once this is done. And come on. I mean, I could build my own script that's more optimized, because I kind of know I could say only look at files with a change date in the last month or so. I think that would make a lot of sense. And then just push all of those. I don't even need to worry about compression then, because it's just a fraction of the total. Bigger, that means some file has been created in the meantime. All right, so that's deployed. These are updated. So now I'm going to hot patch 2 things. And uh-oh. No. I ran the wrong script. I ran a script that synchronized the 2 instead of shoot. It synchronized everything instead of just the API. Are we ready for a new release? I mean, we could do a new release. I didn't really do much lately. I just gotta make sure. Well, we wanted to, yeah, that's the other thing we wanted to hot patch. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so there's literally nothing else than the things I need to hot patch anyways. Okay, then we just gonna prepare a new release. I think I've added some stuff for update changelog. Make release, hey. Well, we've done this already now, so we might as well run this. npm run update changelog. That should get us an updated changelog here. Let us just open this. I mean, it's a brand new script, so I wouldn't mind double checking this. We got very little, a very small update, but that's maybe good for testing this stuff anyways. So we've added this, we added this, fixed fogmark extent. I remember fixing that. I don't remember seeing the fix here. Is it a fix in the HTML? Where is this fix? Wait a second. Ah, no, it's in feature fog. Feature fog, I don't see it. Feature fog. Oh, because I already hot patched it anyways. Okay. All right. I think that makes sense. So we can just do this now. Update production to 501. Right. All right. Now, what I haven't automated yet is the tagging all this stuff. And I'm still silly enough that I need to look that up quickly. And I always look up the same pages, so it's all nice and cozy in here. Oh yeah, one last change. This should get updated to 501 as well. Let's just push that. And now we can do this. .501.0 v0.501.0, and I hope I'm supposed to include the V's. I never know for sure, and that's why I should automate that. Can I, if I look at the tags, v0 dot no, can I see just the tags? I think, one sec. Ooh, I don't like that. If I copy this, and then I'll do git tag dash ls dash l dash lv dash l dash mark list with dash l and 2. Okay, so the messages usually don't include. Oh, they didn't used to, but now I do. Okay. Okay. And then we'll have to, for some reason, push the tags separately, which I never quite understood. So we want to do git push origin tags. Don't know why that's not default, but probably the tags are a use case that I'm not super familiar with. Git push. All right. So then the final step is obviously to deploy. Git deploy production. No, not git deploy. And then we'll do another test on production. So let's do a New York Times daily. And make sure this is running 501. So clear cache. And I closed it again. PM2 logs 4. We should see that. And if I go here, this should be 501. All right, let's try that. This is New York Times art puzzle from today. By today, I mean April 21st. So we have that, we have that. And these are slightly harder, so I'm gonna pencil mark. And sometimes they can be a little vexing, so I don't wanna be too hubrisy, making up words. So 1 and 5 here. Nice pairs. Interesting. Interesting. So 5 needs to go here and here, here, and here. All right. 6. 6, 6, 6. So 6 can't be here, can't be here. So 6 goes here. I mean 6 goes here. 7 goes here and here. And here. All right, 8. Here and here. And 9 here and here. All right. I think this is going to be a relatively easy one because of these early pairs. We just have got to bring it home. Like that. Oh. At 8 might do something. Maybe not. Right? 3s, we did those. 4s, nothing exciting. 5s. We're not done yet. Let's celebrate too early. Okay. 8s. I think we saw these already. At 9s. Oh! Oh. Reload URL. Okay, fair enough. Somebody's trying to spider the site. Might be a search engine. Good luck with trying to spider that site. It's a bit of a mess. Alright, I gotta finish this quickly so we can fill out the survey. Well, we're not gonna fill out the survey. We can trigger the events at least. Right, 9. Okay. This is a forcer. What's the 4 version of twofer? I don't actually know where twofer comes from. Right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 7, 8. 8. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 1, 9, 1, 5. 9 goes here. That can't be a 9 then. 1. What about these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 5 and 8. So it's the 1, 7, 1, 5, 5, 8, 1, 5, 10, 8. That can't be a 7. So 1, 4, 5, 6, no 7, 8. Can't be a 5 either. 1, 4, 8, huh? 3 and 6. Does that help us? Like this can't be a 2, 3, 7, 8. So it can't be a 1, 2, 3. Be a 4. Apparently not. Can't be a 5, 6, 7, 8. That smells like a naked single 9. And that takes a 9 out of there. And that puts a 9 down here. The 9 in one of these two. Alright, that did something. That did something. So this one, for example, can't be 2 or 3 or 8. So it's a similar constraint, just now it can also be a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be an 8. So that's a 4 or 7. You know what? I'm going to fill in the rest of these because they're actually quite constrained. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 8, 8, 7, 7, 4. So that can't be a 3. Right, so 2, 8, 2, 7, 7, 8. 4. So 4 is in one of these. No, I don't have a particular great limitation on 4s. Let's go here. 1s. Quite the same. What about in this vertical column here? Don't know if that's constrained enough to make sense. But 3s and 6s because of that pair might be interesting somewhere. Nowhere I can see it immediately. 8s. So that's gotta be a 9. Could be a 1. 5, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 8, 2, 7, 9. Right. That did a bunch of things. Then 1, 4, 9, 8, 8, 5, 4, 1, 5, 7, 8, 8. Alright, 1, 5, 9. These two are 1, 5, 8. No, not 1, 5, 8. 1, 5, 3. Okay, these two are, well, that's gonna be 2. That's gonna be 2. This has got to be a 3. Then that's a 3. These 3 are 4, 6, 7. Right. These 2 are 1, 4, 5. 4, 5, 1, 5, 9, 1, 5, 3. Okay. And 6 and 9. There we go. And we'll do another one of these, and that should get us another event in our analytics. Hey, look at that. So servers are getting shown. Can we look at the funnels yet? Out the filter. So it doesn't do funnels in real time. Look at that. 3 survey clicks. Now, 2 of those were me. So somebody else clicked on the survey. That's a good start. So 8% click-through, skewed in the upwards direction because of my testing. Okay, so let us get rid of all of these, and this, and this, and this, and we've done a new deploy. Sweet. All right, let me check out your question now. Is there any news about when the iOS client is going to add support for Fog of War and all the new kinds of puzzle variants, which works on the website but not on the client? I'm extremely interested. Doing those puzzles but on an iPad. Yeah. All right, I remember your questions. The problem is I've put a lot of work into fixing an issue with people losing their data when the app updates. And unfortunately, this is something that's not well documented, and it's not something my app is doing. It's something the operating systems decide more or less at random, because sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. In my testing, it hasn't happened, but for a lot of people, it happens. So I had thought I had done a fix, and that's when I did the release for Android a couple months ago, and it hasn't been fixed. So I'm very wary about, like, updating the app wouldn't be difficult if I'm okay with everybody losing their progress, which I'm not. Because the web app is, you know, the mobile app, let's be honest, the mobile app is more or less a donate button, more or less. It doesn't do a lot that the web app doesn't do. In fact, I was a bit confused when you mentioned that you couldn't do certain things in the web app, because it's the same code base. It should look the same. It should work the same on your iOS. So I'm not quite sure what you meant by that. And in the meantime, of course, a lot of time has passed, and I'm struggling to make ends meet. So it's hard to justify putting a lot of work in something that isn't really, you know, people aren't gonna spend a lot of extra money because I spent several hours fixing these issues and updating the app. But of course, at the same time, it's not fair for the app to not support things that the free app does. In the meantime, what's happening is that I'm working on a separate app with the gas team, like a separate game with a structure, with puzzles included and so on. And I'm going to use that to test various new kind of UI and user experience features and a new platform, and obviously build it in a way that it doesn't have the issues that the SudokuPad app has. And then once that is released and proves out these new systems, then I'll probably rebuild the SudokuPad app using that newer technology, make it look nice and all this stuff, sort of thing. So it's very hard for me to kind of justify splitting a lot of time in updating SudokuPad, which is based on Cordova, which is an unsupported platform, you know, just to kind of, and no matter what I do, no matter how good it is, the next update would still wipe everybody's progress again. And if I don't fix that issue with that update, then it'll happen again the next time I do it. In fact, with Android, for many people, it still will happen again, because apparently the fix I put in and I spent months building apparently didn't do the trick. And, you know, it's very hard to test that because it's, you know, it's not a documented issue, and it's not an issue that I can replicate. So I'm kind of just like, well, I guess this is what's happening. This shouldn't make it happen, so I'll do that. And I test it and it works fine. And then people still say, oh, it wiped our stuff, right? So I know it's an unsatisfying answer, and I know things should happen faster. But I'm also kind of juggling a lot of things, like the ad stuff that this stream is meant to be about. This is something that I've been approached in January, I believe, and now it's April, right? So I really got to get on top of that. So this is kind of because, you know, I'm not making much income, and this could be a way of making some income, and then I actually have some resources to kind of do the things that help people. So let's smoothly transition into that. What is the purpose of today's stream? I contacted Playwire to put some ads on the site, and I don't want to just put like crappy ads in every corner that don't make any money. I want to put high value ads, so the kind of ads you would see on a video game. So these might be ads for, you know, a puzzle book or for another puzzle game or things like that, right? And I also don't want to show the ads all the time to everybody. I don't want to maximize my income. I want to minimize disruption. So these ads should only be shown for the first 10 puzzles that people solve. So most current users shouldn't really see these ads. And I want to run a test run with these, and if it's not worthwhile, I'm not going to leave them up. I wish I didn't need to. I wish my patron currently makes around 500 euros a month. That doesn't cover even half of my rent, unfortunately, let alone it doesn't cover the expenses of the app and doesn't cover anything really, while I massively appreciate it. So it is one part of my income. App sales are the other, but together they don't even pay for me, let alone for a team. And I feel currently I am a one-man team. I am running sysops. I am running, you know, email support. I am updating apps. I am operating the website. I am administrating. I am making sure it keeps running. I am doing sysops. I am trying to collaborate with setters. I'm collaborating with, you know, like I said, with the gas team. I want to be able to create something lasting that other puzzle setters can take advantage of, you know, more apps in the future. I'm working on an account system. I want, you know, there's a lot of things I'm doing. And I'll be honest, it's probably way too much work for one person. So I'm kind of prioritizing things in an order where hopefully down the line I can do more easily. And one of the things that came to mind in recent months for me is the whole take care of yourself so you can take care of others thing. You know, when they tell you when something happens in an airplane, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, because if you don't have oxygen, you can't help others. And that's something I'm trying to do, because if I run out of resources, I can't help others and I can't do good things for the community. So now I'm kind of trying to focus this year to take care of myself. Like, I haven't made a full-time income in 3 years while I've been working on this. So I want to rectify that. So I can put resources back. I can do, you know, nice things. I can, like, there's a lot of stuff I don't need to be doing if I had resources to outsource them, you know. If I could get somebody else to do translations, if I could pay somebody to make a nice logo, if I could, you know, these are all things that I don't necessarily need to spend time on. And I have a lot of people helping me. I have a lot of support, but unfortunately it's not enough. And it's very few people basically supporting me. You know, I have about 40,000 users daily on the site alone, and I have 130 patrons, right? And the patrons are amazing. You know, I have some patrons that have been giving me $50 a month for years. And I don't think that's right. Like, they shouldn't have to, you know. They shouldn't have to, you know, and while that's a huge amount of money to give, it's not a huge amount of money to receive. That pays for an hour a month, right? So you have a couple of those patrons. Now you've paid for 1 day of work. So instead, what I would like to do is have those 40,000 users pay a tiny fraction, you know, pay fractions of a cent, in terms of ad views and things like that, and hopefully collectively make everything work better. So let me look at some of the stuff. So the plan is to show ads basically only in 1 or 2 places. So probably on this dialogue. So instead of this stuff, and it might go 2 ways. It might replace some of these things in the middle initially, but eventually it might. I've been wanting to turn this into a full screen display. So instead of it covering the puzzle, I want to have a small version of the puzzle on here. And this is also something I'm testing out with the app. So instead of having the puzzle basically hidden, and if you want to review it, you have to go back here, and seeing it behind the dialogue doesn't really help you much. I'd like to have this dialogue eventually be just a full screen. You know, the puzzle basically becomes smaller, makes space for the other things. And the ad may or may not become an interstitial. So either the ad is kind of a block in the middle, or it's a replacement of this dialogue, and then you go to the dialogue, something like that. And like I said, it would only get shown for the first 10 puzzles you solve. It probably and there'll be a lot of ways of getting around it. You know, it won't get shown to the account holders once the account system is up. You probably will be able to opt out, you know, like just like with my current support links. If you don't want to support me, that's fine. You know, I'm not going to make you load a ad blocker. You know, you probably can have a setting where you just say, I don't want to see any more ads. And I hope it's fair for everybody, you know. And, you know, maybe it's something like this or like this, kind of like on the top of the screen of this dialogue, you know. Either that or something like this, like a medium rectangle, what they call here, or in content. So I want to see, let's see, let's go for the second page, see what else we have here. Mobile leaderboard. I think this is kind of like in line with a list of things. This could also work. Rewarded video. So these are also potentially interesting. Gives your users a reward or incentive defined by you for spending time watching a full screen video ad. Users are prompted with the choice to watch the ad. Like, this is something I'd like to do in the future, but I'm not super sure. I mean, you know, what would I reward people with? You know, it could be something like see the stats of your puzzle, but then suddenly the stats are kind of essential. Like, I don't want to make them optional, right? But it could be also just an option like, hey, do you want to support me? You know, watch a video ad. And it'd be interesting to see how many people would do that. Now, I don't know how strict these guys are about what kind of reward. Like, could I make it as optional as saying, the reward is you supporting me, you know? Do you want to support Sven and this? Watch this ad. I don't know. We'll see. For spending time watching full screen video ad, users are prompted with the choice to watch the ad to unlock content or reward. All right. Now, I've done a prototype of these ads for local testing, but I don't know where it is, which means I probably did it just before I moved to this new system. Now, this is the hard drive of my old system, but I moved to a new hard drive as part of the transfer. So I don't know if this, if the ad stuff was in between those two. So I might have to fire up the old computer as well, and see if that's on there. We might be able to actually go there. Can we? We might be able to go there. If I go to this drive, what is this? D? Git root. Oop. If I do git status, is that gonna be showing me that? Like, I don't know if the changes are in this particular drive at all. And of course, I'd have to merge it back in. Yeah, so I think I would probably experiment first with just having a smaller ad in this space. But then maybe ultimately, this would be better for future features, because probably what I want to do is not just one puzzle, but like, hey, do you want to see more puzzles? You know, and then maybe you use a rewarded ad for, like, if you want to see extra ads, you know? I mean, extra puzzle, play extra puzzles and things like that. And then I'll obviously want to do things like, hey, if you're supporting me on Patreon, you don't need to see ads. If you have an account, you know, maybe with the account system, maybe in the future I'll have like a premium something. Hey, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I want to build the infrastructure. I want to have as many people access to it. And I have to see how I can ask for people to help me, right? Like I always said, if my Patreon was paying enough, I would happily open source the whole thing, because I want to do this stuff for the community, but it isn't, and I can't have 130 people support 40,000, right? That's the thing, and I struggle. Like I haven't ever been pushing to grow things, because more users right now is just more expenses, not more value, right? So I'm hoping also by doing something like this, suddenly there's a value in growing the community and a direct incentive for me to do so, you know, and put a lot of effort into that. So I'm interested in this one. And I'm interested in this one, and maybe in content, and maybe medium rectangle, and maybe interstitial. overlay the screen with a banner ad when the user navigates between pages on your site. Both are so, like, this is maybe worthwhile showing before the ready page, the finished page. We'll see. If I click get started here, what will it do? Website or blog, mobile app, desktop app, something else. You want to? If I say mobile app, no, I should already be logged in. I made sure I logged in before the stream. Didn't I log in before the stream? I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Can I log in here? Well, now it says I'm already signed in, right? So make up your mind. So this page just doesn't know about me being signed in, which is a bit irritating. All right, let's see. So the mobile leaderboard looks like the one that would the most easily integrate. So if I press this, it takes me to the form, but I already have an account. Like, I'm already signed in. But this page doesn't freaking know about it, which is irritating. All right, so I'm guessing implement tags, third-party implementation. Add tags in your Jam account. So I think one of the things I don't like about this is just, I don't know why I can't just put some JavaScript on my site. You know what I mean? Like, so this goes through har files and ramp and gam and what the hell, you know? And I think it ultimately, I think GAM stands for Google Analytics Management or something. An account manager, add a website to your account. Where can I view my account settings? When you're logged into Ramp, visit the user profile account, select account settings. Okay. Why does it give me the logged out page? That's not useful. All right, so I'm signed in. Yeah, I know. Can I go to where do I add sites? Reporting, free content, add durations, manage videos, customize players, manage playlists, support. All right, I'm gonna do this option. That's the problem. This sort of thing is kind of tricky to do on a stream. But I've been behind on this for so long, and I figured if I don't try to do it on the stream, don't know when I'm gonna do this. Hey, you. No, sorry. Sorry for a second. I thought you were the guy who set me up with the thing. Just go to account system. Thing is, I don't have a Discord server, and if I were to create one, what for? Like, I don't want to split the community. That's kind of the opposite of what I want to do. I'll eventually need to have one, I think, just for like moving my support for the app itself onto that. But then people aren't going to join a Discord just to report something, you know what I mean? So, website, so like, can I add the beta site at the very least? Can I add beta.SudokuPad.app? And I think that's just privacy policy, right? Sudoku at privacy policy. So I think beta is the same one. Yeah, so I can just do this, and I can just do that. Save. I don't know if I need approval from them. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have two websites here, and I have an app set up. Okay. So if I say add tag implementations, your application for banner ads under review. This may take 2-3 months. Your account has been evaluated. You will receive. What do you mean 2-3? This has been ages ago. Okay. So I press this button. Okay. What other ads can I ask for? Your process is much more bandwidth storage. Video streaming each month. I don't want to stream video. I don't know. I don't know what they mean by that. All right. Free content. Players where pre-content wrapper for simple solution for providers to monetize their content, such as games or downloads. Don't own the games you host or don't want to change their code. Installing pre-content is easy. Just put the code in the page and your game. Blah, blah, blah. are for you, and you are done. Free content wrapper hides your content while a snippet of JavaScript plays a video ad. That is finished, your content is revealed. Grow your... Okay. Supply. I guess that's kind of ad bidding and whatnot. I mean, right now, I just want to put something in there as a spacer just to make progress. Okay. I'm gonna Discord message the guy. So, yeah. The other thing is, there was a second company that was interested called... Where are they? Asiatic. Jeez. But they basically want to kind of take more or less ownership of my site and then run all sorts of things through their system, including my website, which I wasn't too keen on. And they were also super pushy, so I'm kind of, I don't know, it felt dodgy. And then the third option was to just run Google Ads, right? So let me see if I have anything of that open. If I kept any of those. So let's see, Google AdSense. So basically just, because a lot of them seem to be running through Google anyways, so I thought maybe I can set it up, just start posting some some ads through Google on there, just to kind of get a feel for it, even if they don't pay a lot, just to see, hey, what does it look like, what does it feel like, yada yada, right? And I think they're the ones that are ads.txt status. Okay, so ads.txt. So there's a bunch of stuff I still need for setting up. So let's see what that looks like. All right, ads.txt not found. So copy and paste the following code into your ads.txt file on the site through directory. If you have an ad, okay. So let's see what we've got. Don't need that. We don't have an ads.txt file. Okay. So if I save this under, yeah, there might be an issue that ads.txt that it might. Now it's already exists. What? Yeah, I think I need to set up something in the server to actually pass the file through. Where is it? You mean it's because it's JavaScript only? But show me all files. Show me. Oh my god. Where's like? Let's scroll to the top. Okay. Ads.txt. No. Why does it not? Oh, it does show. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right. So that's already here. Then why does it not show? Ads.txt. Probably because, you know. Oh no, there it is. What the heck? What the heck? Now it's finding it. You're being silly. So they don't just recheck after a day or so? That seems a bit silly. Okay, so I'll probably want to add beta as well. So maybe it'll work. Okay. So now it says authorized, yada yada. Okay. So ads. I think this. What's the issue? This is fixed. Okay. See, like you're on this professional system, Google, the kings of advertising, and it's already broken. Earnings at risk. You need to fix some ads to exist. There are no ads. It's fixed. If I click fix now, Can you remove that warning, please? It makes me get nervous. Oh, now it's removed. Okay. Why do I have to force your system to do the correct thing that it's supposed to be? Now it's back again. Can you update that, please? Thank you. All right. So, and now it's back. You little bastards. Why? Empty cache and hard reload. And boink. Fix now. And now it's gone again. And boink. What are the ads issues? I mean, we have the file, right? We've done that. Okay. That's all done. That's done. If you've made the changes aren't reflected in your account, you can access to recheck your ads file. So I can go in here. Apparently. I can check for updates. It won't find any updates. But it also won't fix... Okay, let's try to ignore it. Even though it's like a very hard to ignore red message at the top of the screen. Alright. Global settings. Let's see. Let Google optimize the size of your mobile ads. But best mobile ad sizes for you based on what size performs best on your mobile traffic. I don't know. I don't want to change. I want to have control over the ads, right? So, great all-rounder, the designs work well anywhere. Match the look of your site. It fits in between posts and listings. In article. Also match your site. Works well with articles and content pages. Multiplex ad. So, pause dialogues in the feed. Pause dialogue. So, right now, the pause dialogue looks like this. And we potentially have a good amount of space here. And I think maybe there's an argument to be made to put the ad above the text. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at mobile traffic. Devices, Chrome, Safari, operating system, Windows, Android. Windows is the highest, but if I add Android and iOS together, it beats out Windows, but it doesn't beat out Windows plus Mac. Then we have, so I think more desktop than mobile. All right. Unexpected. Let's have another look at how many servers have been shown. Hold real time. Okay. 281s have been shown. And how many servers have been filled? Survey. Like 30 have been clicked on. Yes. I'm just gonna show this to some people. I'm happy about that. Alright, I think... Hey, Christina Richter, how are you doing? So, 10%. Not bad. Okay, so we are still higher on desktop than mobile. I mean, I want to optimize it for mobile, because obviously if it fits on mobile, it fits on desktop. Hey, JS, how are you doing? Alright, so we have an in-feed ad I set up, and we have a display ad. And I set these up ages ago, so let's see what these look like. Okay, so this would be just a standard untargeted ad. So, how do I get these to show? So, code, I guess. Copy and paste the ad unit in between the body tags of your pages. Copy. So, for that to work, I probably want to use maybe the same code as as we did for the survey under seasonal, just because we have some mechanisms here. So if I say attach add test, and then I'll say p dot attach add test link function, boom. And for now, I'm just gonna do something like this. And I'm gonna output something here. All right. If I say, oop, okay. And we can basically use this mechanism for finding dialogues with rules text. Right. And then we'll say console log rules text found. Now, we have another add test stuff thing going on. So is it show add? Where does this get triggered? Staging, show ad. So let's see. The show ad obviously doesn't show an ad right now. So if I do this, show ad, show ad pause, show ad completed. Okay, so that triggers, but right now there has end progress, yada yada. So if we say something like, oh, right now it triggers ads all the time. Is that what's getting tracked in my analytics at the moment? Is that... Whoops. Yeah, this wasn't meant to go live. All right. So I'm supposed to show it only to 15% of people, and I put some debugging thing in here that I forgot to take out. But that's fine. You know, it's not actually showing any ads, so no problem there. F render ad. So if we do this, render ad. Ah, okay, so this is, now I remember, this is the actual test code. I just made it so it wasn't being, so I made sure the code was committed, but it wasn't actually being utilized. Okay, that's great. We can go back here. Now we can see, attach add test. If I go here, we'll have, what do we have here? Show add pause, ignoring render add pause. Okay, so we actually want to go back in here, remove that. That's not going to go here. And we'll actually want to undo this. Yep, don't need to mess with that. We already have something in place. So wheat. And I don't know if this was what I was working with, because this looks different from the code I just copied. Right, let's clean that up a little bit. That, God, I hate when they, why would anybody use spaces when tabs were designed exactly for this purpose? All right, so what we got here? We're pulling in this, which is, I believe, this. So that's already happening. So then this is happening, which is basically this. Okay, so I've already set this all up. And then ads by Google, push, yada yada. So ads HTML1. So I've tested these two, basically. If I do this. No, if I do this. Like that. And probably I can just do I just do this like that, and then just comment one of these out like that. And now if we show this here and pause, it's getting a 403. But this might be because it's local host. Hey, babe. Guys, I'm gonna go on a short break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do... Hey, I'll be right back. Now I'm back. Just had to press unmute 3 times. Sense. Yeah, it's... The problem is people fundamentally understand the purpose of tabs, misunderstand the purpose of tabs. It's as if you could replace horizontal positioning with just spaces. Why do you need width and height and left and right if you can just add spaces, you know? Doesn't make sense. Not what it's for. All right. Reminds me of the good old days of ASCII art. There, it did make sense. So, I am guessing that this just doesn't work because I'm running it from localhost. Let's have a quick look. AdSense test localhost. Is there any way of testing it on localhost? First of all, I was able to get ads working localhost, adding the entry to host file. Okay. I think that makes sense. I think it's drivers. Like this. So if I do something like 127.0.0.1 local.SudokuPad.app. Really? Are you kidding me? I think I need to take ownership or something. Oh, annoying. Because I remember being able to edit that just fine on my other computer. So I probably must have taken over ownership. Okay. Can I not open this now? Even though I'm the owner? Okay. I'm the owner. And as me, as Kilroy, I should be allowed full control. No! As Kilroy, I should be allowed full control. Okay. Apply. Yes. Okay. Okay. Save. Yes. Local. .SudokuPad.app colon I know 1 2. SudokuPad.app. No, not localhost. Local. Not secure. Which they might not like either. Here, please. Don't frickin' redirect. You're redirecting. Oh, because of the Google garbage. Oh my god, this is so bad. Can I just go here, please? Yeah, that's fine. I don't want it to stop force redirecting HTTPS on app domains. Of course, because Google wants to break things. In addition to cache redirection, strict protocol may be applied. HTTPS secure features forces browsers to use HTTPS even when accessing HTTP will start using HTTPS for domain after receiving strict transport security header from the server. The browser also ships a list of domains which are enabled by default. Yep. I tried. My god. This is such a pain in the butt. SudokuPad. App. Query. And it probably won't admit to it. Found. What? Yeah, and it won't let me. Can I just do this? Can I do asterisk.app? I don't think I can. God. Alright, my microphone is crackling. It's the same problem I do. It appears that the best solution is to change your domain to be something other than that. The problem is, I can't change my domain. That's the whole reason I'm... This is like a circular bullshit thing. You know what? I'm just gonna freaking deploy this to beta quickly. And I'll fix it later. This is such a circle jerk. I hate like AWS changes your URLs. Google decides what domains can do what things, across a whole TLD. Like, who gives them the right? You're breaking standards. http://anything.app is a valid URL. If you don't accept that, you're breaking the standard. All right. So. Okay. So that's what we're going to see. So you've asked for your consent to use your personal data too. And that's what I don't like. I don't want this showing up at this stage. So if I change this to this, and I'll do a full clear of cookies and whatnots. I don't want to clear my local data. I hope it doesn't gonna make me do that. Cookies. Yeah. Can I just account chooser? Compass. I don't use cookies. Don't know why these are in here. Okay. So if I now do empty cache and hard reload. Okay. So if I now pause, so that's okay. So this is what I want to check. So the pop-up for Google stuff doesn't show when you're just coming here and playing the puzzle. It shows at this point. Deny constant ads, consent allow, and allow ads. Deny constant ads. If I say this, for example, managed by Google, it still shows the ad. So that's actually not terrible. So what that tells me is I want to do two things. I want to add some spacing around this. That's fine. The giant open button is a bit odd. We'll probably want to do like a max size or whatever. And we want to not show it on the initial startup dialog. So when I start up and it pops, not that, remove a digit. If I start up this dialog, we don't want the ad. Because then it'll ask for, it'll bother people, right? Like, it should only show after you've had a chance to play. So somebody who plays and doesn't pause doesn't get to see any, doesn't have to do anything different until after they finish the puzzle, basically. Now the problem is, I don't know if I can distinguish this dialogue from the regular pause dialogue. So that'll be the tricky part. So we want to look at this thing. All right, let's think about that. So right now we have a setting called don't pause on start. Let's see what that's exactly called. Find pause on start. No pause on start. So this go pause dialog true. First start false. This dot first start was false. If no pause on start, go pause dialog true. So the question is, I've always been wanting to label the dialogues more carefully, and I might have to do something like that right now because I'm gonna need it. Oh, guys. Game start false. Okay, so the dialogue knows if game start is true. How is this being used? Is it the resume button? Resume. And if I go to like this, and I'll go to a random puzzle. Didn't pay attention now. The start puzzle. So I could do it as simple as that. If the button says start puzzle, don't show the ad. Because then I know it's the first start. If it says resume, then show the ad. Now the problem is I still don't really want to show the ad here because I want people to be able to play the puzzle and continue the puzzle without ever having to consent to an ad. Let us see how we could detect this. Game start button. Because resume or start makes sense for the pause as well. Ah, no, because it's always a resume, right? So this is always a resume, and the fresh one is always a resume puzzle. If game start else. So all I need to do then is document.query select or dot dialog, something like that. All. Is this not a dialog? Pretty sure this thing is a dialog, right? Class dialog. Are we? Oh, we're not in the right frames. Annoying. So we have. Oh, wait. All right. Frame in this tab. I do this now. Yes. So we have a dialog. We have a button. All right. So there's only one button. That's pretty much all we need, really. The button. And if I say content, resume puzzle. Why does it have space after it? There's clearly a space after resume puzzle. Resume puzzle space icon play. Oh, because then we have the icon. So if I just say button, and then I'll say dot text content. Okay, so it says resume puzzle under these circumstances. If I restart it and then refresh the start puzzle. Okay, so if I do this, do this, or even just do this, right? And then I'll say dot or something like resume puzzle dot test, like that. Okay, so that'll be that. If I do this, false. Okay, wait. I completely forgot that we're not looking for that one. We were looking for this one. If I do this, all node list. If I say one, pause. If I say all, and I say dot find, and then I'll do something like this, stay, or text content equals stay paused. I'll probably have to add the space. Dot trim. Okay. So here that happens. If I do this, that happens. Okay, so that should be a check that I can potentially use. So basically, we're basically here. That's option 2. Console the log. Like that. Right? What's going on here? All right. That's option 2. Define that. Okay. So, we'll basically say let is pause dialogue. Thing is, this isn't just pause dialogue, right? It'll also check. Okay, this is for any dialogue that doesn't have support link. Okay, so is real pause. We'll do that. Is real pause undefined not equals to this. And then I can do something like this. All right. And now is real pause is false. Is real pause is true. Then I can say if is real pause, do this. And I think we should be done. Boom. Start. Pause. We're not done. Is real pause false? Pause. Is real pause true? If is real pause, it should now be showing an ad. Oh, and of course that won't work here because we're on localhost. And this is okay. Wait, is pause. Thing is, it still does all of these things here. So maybe I should make all of this stuff dependent on any of this stuff down here. All ads done. All ads done. If not all ads done. I think, do I want to put in the HTML first? Because this HTML doesn't, yeah, I can do this up back here. Not all ads done by Google. Not done. Like, I'm thinking I can do this back here. So if I remove these and move them down here. So I'll do that instead. This might still trigger that though. Okay, that didn't trigger it. Real pause. All ads done. So, I'm not entirely sure this is working the way it's supposed to. All ads done true. All ads done true. All ads done true. Not all ads done. If not all ads done, it should still be trying to load the stuff in here. Wait, not all ads done is true. Oh, I'm so confused right now. All that's done is true, so this won't trigger. But if I go here, all it's done is still true. No, it doesn't even get to here. Not EL. Earn. Is it because the solve counter... Oh, because we have to wait for the solve counter. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. And loading this is what kind of caused us to wait for the solve counter. Okay. So it's still, to be honest, it's still a race if their stuff loads faster than the solve counter. For this to work, the solve counter has to be already there. So we might actually want to put a little bit of a timing delay in there. Because depending on if this is cached or not, the solve counter might be too slow. Alright. That's a different problem. That's why we're doing this test, basically. So, we do want to publish this to beta right now, I think, to test it. We'll deploy that to beta again. Probably don't need any of this right now. And we can test here. Oh, and we probably didn't want that. If I now refresh this. Okay, but pause. We are getting this. Okay. If we're changing this, it shouldn't show there now. But this still comes up. So this is a bit of a annoying thing because this thing still has to happen. But this thing needs a delay because this the solve counter takes a while to load in. So we probably should do a little await sleep thing here. Sleep. Like we should wait a second. Like this, right? So if we wait a second, and then we'll say let ads shown, let show add false, right? And we'll do this here and here. And then we'll do if show add. Then we'll do all of this. Well, not all of this, just this. It's annoying because obviously it'd be nice to preload this script, but that triggers the core stuff, which I don't want to trigger if I'm not actually going to show an ad. So in this ordering, it should really not do that stuff. Now the question is, that 1 second wait, is that always going to wait? Okay. We could technically check for this being, but you know, that's just on localhost. And we have this here. Now the question is, can I force an ad render? If I disable that, right, and I'll go here, and now I'll do framework dot render ad, and I'll say, does it care what it says in here? I don't think it does. Okay, so I can test it this way. All right, I think that's enough for me to proceed with that. Run bump minor. So let's make sure we don't have any weird logging. We don't have the ad debugging enabled here. Then here we go, test AdSense. Oh, okay. I said I wanted to add some spacing, right? So I go here. Here. I go here. Pause. Render the ad. And I go here. I want to see how that ad is integrated here. We have a div. You have this. Okay. So can I... Google. Block. Margin. Minimum. Margin. So let's try that. Pause. Render the ad. And see that it's not squished against the edges. Okay, I think that's okay. The spacing, the sizing will be a bit weird. But I think for now, I'm gonna do that. All right, I guess at least that means progress. You know, I've deployed that. So, speaking of which, I want to get an update on our funnel for the survey. So 113, right? That's not bad. 113 people clicked through. All right, so now we should have basically Google AdSense live, but not on this screen. Oh, let's just do this. Let's actually play a puzzle through and see how it performs. So it doesn't show here. Does it show here? No. It should show here. Not for me. But if I run this code, it would show here. All right. And cheese. Not offensive. Probably not the highest value, right? All right. And it should show at the end. So that's what I'm going to test now. I'm just going to play through this. You know, unsuspecting Sudoku puzzler. And I don't know what's happening. Building in a puzzle. Don't know there's going to be ads. So far my day isn't ruined yet. But shortly it will be, for sure. Once I see those dastardly ads. Alright, fill this in. And 7, 7, 5, 7, 8, 8, 5, 8. What are these three? 1, 8, and 9, huh? So these would be 2 and 3. That means these two are 5 and 9. That means this one has to be 3. These would be 1 and 9, which are resolved. So wheat. These three are 1, 3, and 6. Right? These two are 2 and 3. And then this one is from 1 and 6. And these two are from 1, 2, and 6. Right, 2, 6, 3, 6, 1, 3, 1, 2. Fair enough. I think the rest should resolve fairly quickly now. Five golden rings. All right, so SAP. I thought it would be done by now. All right, let's have a look again. Once there, here, 2, 2's there, 2, 3, 2's up here. All right, 3's. Nope. 4's all done. 5's here, 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 here. All right. We're not done yet. Really? Interesting. Indeed, not done yet. Right. That's 5 to mark, but well, there's 4 here. Maybe that's a little bit less crazy. Right, that's a 5 or 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 and 9. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 3, 8. Who's here? 5, 6, 7, 8. Rubbish. Ah, here we go. That's 4. I can swallow 4 markings. Some people only mark at 3, but I mark at 4. Found it useful in the past. Today, not so much. And conflict is really helpful. I don't consider eating just. Yeah, I mean, different people like to play different ways. I've got my little special thing here. But then for me, the experience is a bit different because I often have to play fast and rush because I'm testing. I can't spend too much time playing, so I can't put an hour aside. But I think it should be just, and if I want to cheat, you know, who's going to stop me, right? I'm not taking anything from anybody. Everybody should enjoy games however they enjoy them. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fill these in now. I'm gonna fill in 5. I don't care. Can't stop me. I mean, not gonna help me, but makes me feel good. 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 6, 8. Oh, 1, 6, 1, 6. Okay. That can't be a 1 now. Alright. Alright. The 1 and 6 is sorted out, and this is 2, 3, 8 triple, which does a lot over here. A lot. In fact, it breaks this whole puzzle wide open. Yay. Okay. Embarrassing if I get stuck on something when I'm just doing sort of a casual, quick sanity check of a small release. All right, let's see. 9, 7. All right, so 3, 5. 8, so that's the 1. 5, 3, 5, an 8 here. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. 5, 3, 5, 2, 3. That's a 9. 9, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 5, 3, 5, 8, 2, 1, 8, 8, and 5. So this dialogue doesn't render an ad. Why not? Why not? And where does this promise? Oh no, this is from earlier. I say render ad here. But it didn't try to show one. Oh, because for me, yes. All right, I'm an idiot. Okay. I keep forgetting. So if I do this and then I force render the ad, I mean, it makes the dialogue really big. That's something I don't like. But it's just a test for now. This shouldn't be there anymore, so that, you know, this is just on beta. Mark and Sven, yeah. I need to include them as a plugin sometime. All right, so that should be live now. Now the problem is not enough people are using beta. So I'm not quite sure. Should I force it into production just for testing? Is it worthwhile doing that? I mean, the change is relatively minor, right? So it's literally just yeah, it's literally just this change. I think I'm gonna hot patch it in, or I just push it into release right now. No, I'm gonna leave it running on beta. I'm not like crazy in a rush. It should also fix the flood of ads now that I've... Oh, but they are still... The setting is still bad on production. Hmm. But if I filter by version, maybe? If I filter by this version, then I should be able to see ads now. Today. This is the version we've just deployed, right? 5.0. Nah, no, we haven't. Wait, no, we have deployed it. This is not version. We want to do 0.502.0. So, wait, why is this not? 1 second. Here we go. So basically, no ads have been triggered on this version yet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna get much testing out of it because most of the people who will have, who will be visiting beta will have more than 10 puzzles. I'm gonna just leave it there for like technical testing for a couple of days or till tomorrow at least, and then I think I can do either a hot patch or just redeploy because there's not much else. So personally, I feel I've made some progress. I've deployed the Google Ads to beta. That should be testing the ads from a technical perspective. How they run, do they screw anything up? Does the consent checking work and all these sorts of things? And then I might even just run those on the main site, see if something happens, right? I'll probably want to keep a hold of this page now, or of this tab, right here. I can get rid of these, I think. I don't know. We can get rid of that for a sec. And what I don't know now is reports. We apologize. We are unable to propose a request at this time. Okay, Google. This is the heck. And I can just go back. Oh my god. I have to just jump through hoops to even sign in. They want to change my sign in. Okay, I don't know. Why am I suddenly signed out on all accounts? Some error just signed me out of my accounts. This is freaking rubbish. All right. All right. 2 days so far. Did I make 1 cent from the ads I've looked at? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. This is some sort of rounding error, isn't it? I haven't been showing any ads yet. Pretty sure I have not. Or have I? And I just didn't... No. No, the render ad comment was commented out. And I don't think that tracking is very accurate. Like, it's not going to tell me... Like, okay, this is earnings, but what about... What about... Estimated earnings, impressions... Total impressions. Just show me some stuff. Just show me if my testing actually... No, it's only showing earnings. Total impressions. 3. Okay. That's something. All right, I guess we'll have to wait for this to do a thing. And in the meantime, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. This isn't gonna change massively because it's currently over-reporting on production because I released my debug stuff. When did I release this? Like a week ago, by mistake. All right. fine. That's fine. It's an interesting kind of difference between these are the ads that I want to show and these are the ads that I could show. That's actually an interesting thing to see as well. And then I think the real important thing, or the interesting thing, is going to be the survey. Kind of see what the response there is. And currently 13% click-through rate. That's not bad. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm getting hungry, and my stomach is still... I mean, the pain is bearable right now. I took some Panadols, but it was pretty nasty last night, and so I didn't get much sleep, even though I slept in. But I'm feeling kind of woozy. I'm happy with the progress. This was really important. I've been waiting way too long on getting this done. There's a whole bunch of things I need to make progress at the same time, and I struggled with that a bit. Just a reminder, tomorrow morning, that is... where's my schedule? No, that's the schedule. Is this my schedule? Yes. Tomorrow morning, let us bring this down. Set this up for the next week. And this should be week 17. So tomorrow morning, don't know exactly what time, I'll do a live stream. Morning being 2 hours ahead of UTC. So probably around 8, 9 UTC tomorrow. I'll have a live stream for user support. So I'll look at some bug fixes, I'll look at answering some questions, and I'll try to catch up on all the stuff that I've wanted to do yesterday from the feedback channel, but because I was feeling so unwell, I was not able to. I was just in so much pain. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Christina, JS, Yua, and Mark. Really appreciate it. You know, just say hello, even if you're not planning to stick around or chat. I see the numbers in my analytics, but sometimes it's nice to actually talk to people and know they care enough to pop by my streams. And that's support that counts and matters a lot to me. Really appreciate it. Thanks, and see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.